Good morning, my dear students. Welcome you all to this session. Today's class, we are going to start with our new chapter, chapter number 5, Understanding Elementary Shapes. Actually, this chapter is fully some theoretical knowledge about the shapes. Okay, what is meant by a shape of different figures? Okay, many different figures are there. So what are the shapes we will be discussing about? So, and what are the properties that shapes are having, that we are going to discuss from this chapter number 5. You can take page number 86 in your NCERT textbook. Okay, so now first what they have given in introduction, all the shapes we see around us are formed using curves or lines. You know what is meant by a curve? When you're drawing a when you're drawing a line or one shape or something where you have a starting point and an ending point, that is called as the curve. Lines means it will be straight. Okay, curves means what? It will have a starting point and you can draw whatever shape it is and you can end at some other point. Okay, so that is your curves or lines. So whatever things if you see around us, it is made up of curves or lines. We can see corners, edges, planes, open curves, closed curves in our surroundings. Wait, when I am going to in depth of this chapter, I will explain you what are these. Corners means what, edges means what, planes means what, open curves means, closed curve, everything will explain. I'll explain you. Okay, we organize them into line segments, angles, triangles, polygons and circles. That also I'll explain you. So these are some of the shapes where you see in your day-to-day life. Okay, that we are going to discuss. Okay, now measuring line segments. Do you know what is meant by line and line segment? Line means what? It has no end points. Okay, it travels in both the direction. Line means what? It travels in both the directions and it don't have any end point. But line segments mean what? It has two end point. It has a starting point and ending point, and it is a line segment. It have a fixed length. 5 centimeter means 5 centimeter. 6 centimeter means 6 centimeter. It have a fixed length. Okay, line segment has a fixed length. Line segment is fixed portion of a line. So see, line means it will go in both the direction. From this to this is your line segment. Okay, so that is what they have given. A line segment is a fixed portion of a line. Okay, this makes it possible to measure a line segment. The measure of each line segment is a unique number called its length. We used to compare line segments. Wait, I'll explain you what is that. So I told you line means what? It has a, see, we have a line. First, what line means what? It have a, it travels in both the direction. Yes, it has no end points. Okay, because I told you it travels in both the direction and it don't have any end points. So AB is a line. Okay, and it don't have a fixed length. We cannot say this line is 5 centimeter, 2 centimeter. This line we cannot say the fixed length in the line. Okay, but when it is a line segment which has a starting and ending point. Okay, so AB is the line segment which has starting and ending point, end point. Okay, so in this line segment, we can say that they have a fixed length. Okay, so if it is 5 centimeter, this will be 5 centimeter. If it is 10 centimeter, this is 10 centimeter. So this is fixed. So line segment is the fixed length of a line. So from this line, we can take one line segment. That is what they have said in that explanation. Okay, so before that I'll tell you what is meant by curve. Curve means it will have a starting point and one ending point. It can be in any shape. It can be what any conjugated shape. This is one curve. Any curve, but it has one starting point and one ending point. This is called as curve. Line means what? It should be straight. There should not be any bend in anything. That is your line. Okay. So next, what basic they have told you? Corners. Corners means what? Wait 1 minute. This is one cuboid. Yes, this is one cuboid. In this is your corners. Okay, this line is the edge. What? This line is your edge. Plane means what? This part. In if you take one duster, that side region is there. No, this one, this side region, this back side region. That is your planes. Open curve. Open curve means what? Na? It will have a starting point and ending point. Okay, but starting and ending point will be at different places where it should be it should have any gap in that curve. Okay, closed curve means what? The starting point and ending point will be same, where it should not have, it will not have any gap in this figure. That is what the closed curve. Okay, these are the basic things which you should know. Next, so line segment, you know. So this line and line segment we will compare in different ways. Many ways we will compare it. Okay, that comparison we are going to learn now. Okay, first comparison is comparison by observation. Okay, we are observing the line segment and we are comparing it. By seeing itself, we can say that line segment AB is greater than CD because it looks very small and this looks very larger. Okay, so by observing this figure itself, we can say that this is greater than this. Okay, so this is what one type of comparison. Next, comparison by tracing. Okay, so when see, last line segment was, one was very big and other was very small. By seeing itself, we can say that it is bigger, it is smaller like that. But some line segment, when you see in your naked eye, it is somewhat difficult to find whether it is greater or smaller. So that cases, what you will do now, you will use the trace paper. Okay, first you take a trace paper and you trace this AB. You keep a trace paper and you draw AB line segment in the trace paper, and you take the trace paper and keep it above the CD. When this AB line segment is out of this CD, we say that AB is greater than CD. Did you understand? You take a trace paper, you have a trace paper, right? Take it and keep it above AB and you trace this AB. Like how you trace your diagrams, pictures of some cartoon pictures and all, you will trace it, right? The same way you trace using a pencil above this AB. Take the trace paper and you keep it above this CD. Keep like this. So AB line segment is more than CD means we say that AB is greater than CD. Okay, this is how you will compare by tracing. Next, comparison using ruler and divider. Ruler means what? It is a scale. You can measure one line segment is given here, one line segment is given here, means you take a ruler and you measure this. If it is 5 centimeter, note it down. If it is 4.5 centimeter, note it down. So 5 is greater, so this line segment is greater than this. Okay, likewise you will measure you will compare using the ruler. Next, divider. Have you seen this in your geometry box? Divider. So one like this itself, another one more thing will be there, that will have a pencil pointer at one side and a sharp pointer at another side. So that is called as compass, and this is your divider where you have two pointed ends. Two steel pointed ends will be there in that divider. You take that and you measure if this line segment is, keep it here starting point, ending point, and measure in the scale. Again starting point, ending point, another figure, measure it. Both if it is same or if any one is greater or smaller, you can easily identify that which is greater, which is smaller. See, AB is there, keep the divider and measure it. And you take it and keep it on this ruler and measure 5 centimeter. One is 5 centimeter. Another, take it and again measure and keep it. If it is 3 centimeter, na, AB is greater than CD. Like that we can find. So this is how you will compare using the ruler and divider. So there are many comparisons. One is by using observation. By seeing itself we will find. Second one, what is the next second comparison? By using tracing. Using the trace paper we will compare it. Third one is ruler and compass. We will using our ruler and divider. You will compare the two line segments and we will say which is greater, which is smaller. Understood? Next, we are going to directly deal with the chapter 5 exercise 5.1 first problem. Okay. What is the disadvantage in comparing line segments by mere observation? So what is the disadvantages you are facing while seeing and comparing? When you see and compare, sometimes the error may happen, because sometimes you may think that this is greater than, but actually when you measure and see that only, you can say that this is accurately greater than other line segments. Okay, so only when you measure using the ruler or divider only, you can correctly say that one line segment is greater than the other. Okay, so that is the disadvantages where you are facing in line segments. Okay, what is the disadvantages in comparing line segments by mere observations? Error may happen when you observe the line segment Okay, what is the disadvantages? Error may happen when you observe the line segments for comparing. Okay, when you're comparing it, we observe the line, there will be some errors will be there. Okay, so sometimes when you see one figure and others figure, at times you think that this will be greater, but when you accurately measure that and see only, we can find it out. Okay, this is all general questions. Okay, why is it better to use a divider than a ruler while measuring the length of the line segment? They are saying that we can use, it is better to use divider than ruler, than the scale. Okay, because scale, some length, some thickness is there, right? Because of that, error may happen, it seems, but divider will give accurate result. Because why is it better to use a divider than a ruler? Because ruler can cause error due to its size. Okay, because ruler can cause error due to its size, but divider will give you a accurate measurement. Okay, just it is for your reference. You can write in your own words. Okay, may happen when you observe the line segments for comparing it. Error may happen when you observe the line segments for comparing it. Okay, because the ruler can cause error, because the ruler size, that sometimes your ruler may be some damage will be there. If due to that some error may happen. Okay, cause error due to its size, but divider will give you a accurate measurement because of that sharp point edges. Okay, next, third problem. Draw a line segment, say AB. Okay, we are supposed to draw a line segment AB. Take any point C lying in between A and B. Measure the length of AB, BC and AC. Is AB is equal to AC plus CB. Listen, I am going to draw one line segment AB. Okay, I am going to take a point in between this. What is the point they are saying? We have to take a point C in between this. I am taking the point C in between that. Now measure the length of AB. I should measure AB, BC, AC. Then they are asking whether this total length AB is equal to AC plus CB. Obviously it will be. See, I have taken long scale children. I am just approximately taking it, okay. What is the measurement? I am taking it at 6.5. Okay, AB length is 6.5. Note it down here. AB is equal to 6.5. Full length from this to this is 6.5. Now AC is 3.2. This is 3.3. AC is equal to 3.2. BC is equal to 3.3. Yes, I have noted down here. Listen, I have drawn a line segment AB. So AB be a line segment. Okay, AB be a line segment. C be the point in between A and B. Okay, C be the point in between A and B. So what is the length of AB? AB line segment is equal to, I have measured here, 6.5 centimeter. Next, what they ask us to measure? BC. What is the BC line segment length? 3.3 centimeter. Next, what? AC. AC is equal to how much? 3.2 centimeter. Now I have measured all the three. They are asking whether AB is equal to AC plus CB. Okay, what is AB? They are asking whether this is equal or not. So I am taking LHS. What is LHS? AB. AB or length what? 6.5 centimeter. AB length is 6.5 centimeter. RHS, to prove, I have to prove here. That's why I am writing to prove. This is I want to go to, I have to prove it. So to prove, now what is this? RHS, AC plus CB. AC plus CB. What is AC? 3.2 plus CB, BC. Both are same. Okay. 3.3. 3.2 plus 3.3 is 6.5 centimeter. So LHS is also 6.5. RHS is also 6.5. Therefore, AB is equal to AC plus CB. Hence, proved. Okay, they ask us to take one line segment. They ask us to keep a point in between. They are asking this total line segment is equal to half line segment plus half line segment. Okay, so we have proved that they are equal. Understood? Next, fourth question is your homework. Okay, in this fourth question is your homework. Fifth question, verify D is the midpoint of AG. D. Okay, this is the midpoint of AG. A is here, G is here. So in between, from A to D, how many units are there? D to G, how many units are there? 1, 2, 3. From A to D, how many units are there? 3 units. From D to G, 1, 2, 3. Here also 3 units, here also 3 units. So both they are equally sharing it. So D is the midpoint of AG. Correct? See children, AD is equal to how many units? 1, 2, 3. So totally we have 3 units. Okay, D, G. So in between D and G, how many units are there? 1, 2, 3. About 3 units. So therefore, we can say that AD is equal to DG. Both have 3 units, so we can say AD is equal to DG. So if these two are equal, we can say that D is the midpoint of AG. D is the midpoint of AG. Children, you can write it in your own words also. Okay, since they both are equal, we can say that D is the midpoint. If it is centrally divided, we can say that they are they are equal. Okay, centrally divided, here also they are equally partitioned. Okay, that is the meaning. Next, sixth problem. B is the midpoint of AC. Right, what they are saying, AC. Okay, B is the midpoint means center point of AC. C is the midpoint of BD. Upon some extension, C is the midpoint of BD. See children, B is the midpoint of AC, C is the midpoint of BD. They were AB, A, B, C, D lie on the straight line. All these points lie on a straight line. Then we should say AB is equal to CD. We should say AB is equal to CD. That we should say. Okay, B. Now we are going to try it. What they have given? B is the midpoint of AC. Correct? B is the midpoint of AC. Yes. So if B is the midpoint of AC, we will say that AB is equal to BC. If it equally divides, this length and this length will be equal. AB is equal to BC. Both line segment will be equal. I'll take it as first equation. Next, C is the midpoint of BD. C is the midpoint of BD. So BD, sorry, it's BD. So what is, if this is a midpoint, BC will be equal to CD. Correct? BC is equal to CD. Okay, this is your second equation. Since we have said that B is the midpoint of AC, AB is equal to BC, C is the midpoint of BD, BC is equal to CD. See children, these two equations when you compare from first equation and second equation, see AB is equal to BC, BC is equal to CD. BC same. Appo, if these two are same, we can say that this two is also same. So we can say that AB is equal to CD because BC same. AB and CD will also be same. So we got AB equation is equal to AB is equal to CD. Yes, we have proved that AB is equal to CD. So hence proved. We have proved the asked result. What they have asked? AB is equal to CD they have asked. Yes, we have proved that they are equal. Okay. Next, seventh sum is your homework. I'll teach you what is the content. Okay. Seventh sum. Seventh sum is actually draw 5 triangles and measure their sides. Okay, we should, triangle means what? It will have a 3 sides. 3 sides will be there. Correct? We should draw 5 triangles and we should measure their sides. If this is 3 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 5 centimeter, like that we have to draw 5, 6, 7, like that. We have to draw 5 triangles and measure their sides. Check in each case if sum of the length of any 2 sides is always less than the third side. We have to check like that. Okay. What means? See, 3 sides we have given. Side means what? This is your side. This is your side and this is your side. So when I add any 2 sides, which means 3 plus 3 is 6. The 6 is always greater than the third side. Okay, when I add 2 sides, that value will be always greater than the third side. So this is one of the property of the triangle. So likewise, you should draw 5 triangles. So if I add 5 and 7, you will get 5 plus 7, 12, which is greater than this 6. When I add 2 sides, it will be greater than the third side. So this is one of the property of the triangle. So by satisfying this property, we should draw the 5 triangles. This is what your homework. Okay. So today's class, we have discussed exercise 5.1. In that 4th and 7th problem, I have given you as a homework. I hope you all understood children. Thank you.